We live in a digital age. Our lives are increasingly online. From our banking information to our personal photos, our most sensitive data is stored digitally. This makes cybersecurity more important than ever. Cybersecurity is the shield that protects our digital lives. It's the lock on our digital doors. And like any good lock, it needs to be strong and reliable. But here's the problem. Cybersecurity is often overlooked. People and organizations don't take it seriously enough. They use weak passwords, they don't update their software, they click on phishing links, and when cybersecurity fails, the consequences can be catastrophic. Let's talk about Black Basta. They're a ransomware group. Think of them as the digital equivalent of those guys who break into your car, steal your stuff, and then try to sell it back to you. Except in this case, they're breaking into computer systems, encrypting data, and demanding a ransom to unlock it. Black Basta was very active. They hit over 500 organizations. They were making a lot of money. But then, something interesting happened. They had a bit of a meltdown. Internal disputes and security failures led to leaks. These leaks revealed their methods, their profits, and even possible links to Russian authorities. It was a mess. Black Basta used a variety of tools and techniques in their attacks. They exploited known vulnerabilities in software. They used phishing emails to trick people into giving them access. They were sophisticated and ruthless, and their story is a cautionary tale about the dangers of ransomware. Remember when I said cybersecurity is like a lock on our digital doors? Well, sometimes those locks have flaws, hidden weaknesses that can be exploited by attackers. These flaws are called zero-day vulnerabilities. In 2025, 2 major Windows zero-day vulnerabilities were discovered. One involved malicious shortcut files, also known as NK files. These files could execute code remotely, without any user interaction. Imagine opening a folder on your computer and instantly being infected with malware. That's how dangerous this vulnerability was. The other vulnerability allowed attackers to gain administrator privileges. This gave them complete control over a system. They could do whatever they wanted, steal data, install more malware, or even delete everything. These vulnerabilities were like open doors for attackers, allowing them to bypass security measures and wreak havoc. Section 4. Anatomy of a cyber attack. So how do these attacks actually work? Let's break it down. Imagine you get an email. It looks legitimate. Maybe it's from your bank or a trusted company. You open the email and click on a link. And that's it. You've just been infected with malware. The malware could exploit a zero-day vulnerability or use social engineering to trick you into giving it access. Once inside, the malware can do a number of things. It can steal your passwords, log your keystrokes, or even give the attacker remote control of your computer. In the case of ransomware, the malware will encrypt your files. You'll see a message demanding a ransom in exchange for the decryption key. And even if you pay the ransom, there's no guarantee you'll get your files back. Section 5. The devastating consequences. Cybersecurity failures can have devastating consequences. For individuals, it can mean financial loss, identity theft, and a loss of privacy. For organizations, the stakes are even higher. A successful cyber attack can cripple operations, damage reputation, and lead to significant financial losses. In some cases, it can even put lives at risk. Imagine a hospital's systems being held hostage by ransomware, or a power grid being shut down by hackers. The costs of cybersecurity failures are staggering, and it's not just about the money, it's about the erosion of trust, the disruption to our lives, and the potential for real-world harm. Section 6. Protecting our digital future. So, what can we do about it? How can we protect ourselves and our organizations from these threats? First, we need to take cybersecurity seriously. This means using strong passwords, updating our software regularly, and being wary of phishing emails. Think before you click. Organizations need to invest in robust cybersecurity measures. This includes firewalls, intrusion detection systems, and employee training programs. They also need to have a plan in place for responding to incidents. We also need to hold software vendors accountable. They need to prioritize security in their products and patch vulnerabilities quickly. And governments need to play a role in developing cybersecurity standards and regulations. Cybersecurity is everyone's responsibility. By working together, we can create a safer and more secure digital future. Because in a world where our lives are increasingly online, cybersecurity is no longer optional, it's essential.